Why I'm not getting your no.
Gonna dry up quick, and we were gonna
There
look
we
like
go.
geniuses, and then we didn't.
Now we have sound. I didn't. I
Okay,
didn't have my
now
sound
we
on,
have
so
sound.
we were in silence that
Oh,
whole entire time.
oh, okay.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining us today. A little bit of a mess up, but besides that, going into the race notes, this is the closest fight of season 7 so far. We have 3 drivers split between 5 points. Epic, Papoutz, and Punjew. Such a close race in terms of standings. And just in general, if we were to have any random circumstance, this championship can be decided all the way down into 10th, 11th, and 12th place, all deciding on if Epic can get the fastest lap or not. If not, Punju needs to finish 10th, or 10th and 9th, and Papoutz needs to finish like 7th, 8th, 7th, 6th, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and then Yellow said I don't know if he updated his, but Drunken needs a whole bunch of help. The top 3 basically need to finish way down there, like P9 and 10, and then Shamrock pretty much needs to win or P2. So unless he gets a podium here, he is. I don't even think it's third. I'm pretty sure it's first or second. He needs to finish first or second and needs a bunch of help in order for him
That is very true.
to take it.
Track limits and rain are very possible around here. There's definitely.
Sure.
I am just getting word from our trackside engineer, Chosen Tolby. He's saying it's a full dry race today, so that is very
Oh,
exciting.
well, that is at least they know going into it that that is what it'll be. They won't have to worry about, you know, this or that, or what the weather says. I
Yeah,
had some, it was. Like I said, I mean, Pogs and I just made the wrong call. We actually, that's one of the tracks we're actually pretty good at.
I mean
And this is
sometimes
a
those things just happen, you know.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, it definitely. We made the wrong call. It is what it is. We still won the constructors, so we're happy about it. But we're gonna see here. I mean, like you said though, I mean, I know I don't expect as many time penalties as there were in my race in this race because it's tier 3, but we had a bunch of guys with like 9 and 12 seconds of time penalties. So
Really.
I wouldn't be completely surprised if we see, you know, the time penalties start to rack up here during the race.
Yeah,
So in a
there's
late safety car.
in sector 2, if you want to push the limits of the car and the track to gain the time necessary to get pole, you have to push the limits as hard as you can, scraping the wall on both sides, especially
Oh
while the
yeah.
champions.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean both of the chicanes are very, very easy places to pick up a warning. And I mean if you do it, even if you do it once every 3 laps, I mean that will add up very quickly because this is a 35 lap race here. So
Yep, it will. Because we have Epic come across the line to start us off today. Just have a little bit of traffic in front of them. Williams getting out of the way. Coming down quick. Very nice. Gets on the full power. Very nice and early. Sets a purple sector 1, but he is the first car, so that is to be expected.
yep, yep.
Yeah, as we were talking about, just all the scenarios that Yellow Snowman has come out for this, it is absolutely insane. It's like 1,000-word essay. I kid you not.
Yeah, I mean, you've been here since season 1, and I've been here since season 2. I don't ever remember there being a championship fight coming into the last race with this many different possible winners and scenarios and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we've had some battles before, but I haven't seen anything quite like this.
I haven't either. This is most definitely the closest one that I've been a part of so far. But in general, it's still gonna be a fantastic race to watch.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
So we
Epics,
have
it's a 111.2, which, I think, that's a pretty good, solid banker lap.
Scruffy coming in with a 111.4, diving out of the way for a couple cars on their lap now. As we almost have the whole grid on track.
Yeah, I would expect pole to be a one, probably like a 110.7, maybe a 110.6
Oh, I'm expecting it to be in the 109s.
for tier 3.
Yes.
I mean, I had pole in tier 4 at a 110.9, so that would be insanity to me. But I mean, hey, it could
There's a
happen.
10-9.
There's Punjew
Punjew.
with a 110.9.
Punjew coming in strong.
Spoken. As spoken.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be in the 109s. If not low 110s or 110s.
Yeah.
110s.
Oh, who was that? Oh, that was Scruffy trying to get out of the way. And Calf with a 111.1. Let's see, is everyone looks like they're coming across. This is a very active qualifying here. Everyone just seems to, because the
Everybody
lap
at
is so
track.
short. Everyone gets 3 goes. Everyone, it's a
Yeah.
very very quick session. So I think we've got Skelly coming back into the pit. So he invalidated, it looks like. Oh, no, he broke his wing. So he crashed.
Trying to find somebody to ride along with that's on a lap.
I don't believe we have anyone currently. Vince is on his out laps. I think Vince is starting one right now, right? Yeah.
Jump down to Vince. Who do you think is going to take pole here in this qualifying session today?
I don't want to throw a blanket over it, but I would like to think that one of our championship contenders is going to have a really good shot.
As we
And
say that.
speaking of the devil, there's one of them right now. But I mean, you can see. I mean, like I said, even still with this being such a short track, I can see this qualifying session being separated by less than a tenth.
Oh, I'd most definitely can as well.
From first to second. Oh.
Vince coming down the back or the last straight, coming into last chicane, passing by
You
the wall of
okay?
champions,
Ow.
not using the full track, but still, what is he going to be able to put on the board? Puts him P11 with a 112.7.
A lot of guys out there just feeling it out, getting bankers out there. Like I said, I mean, it's 18 minutes here is a long session because of how short the laps are. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
this
is.
this lap is barely longer than Monaco, right? But at least there's a bit more track. And there's Echo Alex coming in, the old Tier 4 driver, coming through with a 110.8.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Putting it on pole. 10 minutes
Yep.
to go in this session. Why didn't he do this in Tier 4?
I don't know. Maybe he invalidated his last lap because I was pretty surprised that
He
because
probably did.
he was pretty much way out there as soon as the race started today. So I didn't Vince did a back-to-back flyers on absolute no ERS here, so
Interesting
and
strategy.
he improved his time by 5/10. So that must have meant he had a pretty bad first lap. He must have bobbled or something. I didn't watch the entire lap, but we should be starting to get everyone else out here. Scruffy is coming across. He's beginning a lap? Let's see, is Toby on a lap?
We have Pete starting one as well, about to come through the first sector, setting a purple sector 1.
Toby is coming down into the final chicane to the wall of champions. He was up on his time at the end of Sector 2. Improves to a 1:11.8, up 5/10 from his
Feet
last.
into the wall. Touching the curb and getting the rear end loose, and he goes sliding right into the wall. He had a purple Sector 1, but that's just going to ruin his entire lap. Possibly some damage to his front wing. Gonna get it checked out in the pits. So we have Punjew about to come through the first sector timing line. He's a 10th up on his time so far. Very steady on the power.
A little bit of a bobble there, look like. Just a slight one.
Getting close to the wall for sure. Hard on the brakes, cutting over the curb. Getting very early on the throttle. Very lovely. Sector 2.
Car's getting out of the way.
But because of that bobble he had in the middle or the beginning of Sector 2, he lost about 2/10, unfortunately. He was a 10th up, or he was plus a 10th on his time coming out of Sector 2.
See how he does here. See if he can cut it nice and tight. Oh.
6/10 slower.
Yep. Lost a bunch of time, looks like, in Sector 3. If you don't get that last chicane just right in qualifying, you lose tons and tons of time.
That is for sure.
Calf looks like he is just starting a lap. Let's go down here. Papoutz is warming up the tires.
EpikWinz up by 500ths, almost about half a tenth. Setting a purple Sector 2. Zooming down the straight. Zero game audio. What do you mean? Oh my gosh. Look at me. I am so far behind right now.
In the meantime, MRL Ducati put in 1:10.6 to go to pole. Jordan is going across the line to finish his lap. 1:10.8. Moves him up to P4. NCAF will be... Oh, NCAF invalidated, so he's going to try it again.
It's amazing to see the progression that these guys have had, especially Jordan, about midway through this season. And he's really started to pick up the pace and really start practicing. I had him as a teammate in a realistic league, and I was out qualifying and buying his second, and he's improved quite a bit, and I can say he's probably about the same speed, if not a little bit faster than I am now.
I mean, that's just testament to the game, right? You know, I mean, there's a lot of people here who, you know, unfortunately, like myself and Pogs, who I don't really get to play the game during the week, so I don't get to practice very often. Like Sundays are my race day, so like I'll boot up F1, I'll just do all my practice and warming up and everything just on one day. But there's a bunch of
Unfortunately
people out there that play it every night.
I unfortunately have to say I've been playing a little bit too much F123 and have not done a single lap around Canada this week.
Yeah, I had not played, what's it called? I haven't played 23 yet at all. I did pre-order it and I have it, but I don't know. Just hadn't had the time to play it yet, and then, like I said, we just kind of hopped in, and we still have one more race on 22, so now after this I can officially uninstall once today is over.
There you go. Ooh, Norm Bash, fortunately, invalidating his lap coming into Sector 2. So we come out with Punjew. He's going to want to be qualifying at least pole through third.
Yes, the start here can get very, very hairy very quickly.
Yes, especially with turns 1, 2, and 3.
Yes. All it takes is one sideways car to ruin
Half the grid.
multiple races. But with about 4 minutes left, we got EpikWinz P2, Punjew P5, Papoutz P8, and Drunken has yet to settle up. So if he's going to want to win this championship, he's probably going to have to.
He's
Have
out
to
on
at
track
least
right
at some
now.
point.
He keeps
on.
invalidating currently.
Yep. So that's definitely not helping his cause.
Nope.
So,
Gonna jump on board
start
for
his lap.
Punjew. Talk us through Punjew's lap.
Let's see. Well, hits that turn 1 apex is very hard to hit. You want to take as much curb as possible. And a nice exit. I mean, that was a really good line through those first 3 corners. This is a very difficult section to get right. Because if you get on the gas a little too early there, the rear end will step out on you. So, it's definitely good line so far by Punjew. I mean, I haven't seen any bobbles or wheel spins, so this is pretty much exactly how you want to take a lap around Canada. You take a bunch of curb here. Ooh, a little too much curb there.
A little bit too much curbage.
Little too much there. That was it.
Looks like he's revving up to get another run in down this straight.
Yeah, I don't think, well, I don't know if he has another set of tires at all. That's probably why he's trying to get as much ERS back as possible. I was going to say, if he flew straight into the pits, he probably could have got tires changed and back out again in time. But, no real promises.
Papoutz improved his time by about a 10th or so. We have EpikWinz coming out of the pits now.
Let's see what we got here.
Almost everybody out on their final lap or about to do their final lap.
Papoutz is up 4.5 tenths out of sector 2. So we'll see if he can pick up a bunch of time here.
I've seen a lot of these guys doing 2 outlaps and then a hot lap. Very interesting, and they seem to be picking up a lot of time from it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't noticed anything like that. Oh, Papoutz lost a bunch of time there in sector 3 and only improved his time by about 2 tenths, which moved him up to P6. But I can assure you that's not where he wanted that lap to be.
Punjew invalidating again, looks like.
He is going to get another chance.
Really on board with EpikWinz. He's going to want to push as hard as he can. Gets a purple sector 1, up 2 tenths in sector 1. Let's see how deep into the 10s he is able to push it. Is he able to get into the 9s in qualifying? If so, that's going to be amazing. Gelly retiring in the pits. Gets a purple sector 2. Still 2 tenths up on his time. Let's see his exit onto the straight. Is he able to get the power down nice and fast? He does, and cleanly. No bobble or anything in the throttle input.
Mark has called it. He is going to start from the back. Incaf improved by 2 tenths, moves him up to P6. That should be end of his. And there's
EpikWinz.
10-4 by Epic. Both
Getting
Ferraris
pole.
both Ferraris starting on the front row right now. Let's see.
Punjew not. Oh, he was able to get across the line earlier, and he is coming through sector 3 right now. I was not able to see what his sector 2 time was.
Got Jordan coming into the pits.
Coming to the wall of champions.
He's got it. He's
gonna
got
touch it.
He's getting a nice tow from whoever this guy is in front of him. I can't see who that is.
P3 with a 110.84 tenths off pole position.
Got a nice tow from that Williams in front of him. I don't know if that was Omarmo or if that was... Must be Omarmo, right? I think Omarmo's the only Williams here today. Oh, Norm! Norm hits the gas just a bit too strong there. I believe he's the last one across the line, right?
I do believe so as well.
Alrighty. That,
We have a
I
couple
believe,
in the
should do it.
pits.
Yeah. That is going to do it for quali today, though. Very, very tight. All the way. From pole down to 16th is only 1.4 seconds.
Wow.
That is the type of gap that you're
First through 10th
looking
is
for.
a second. Oh, I just changed the screen. Whoops. I just accidentally changed the screen. Wrong button. All right. First place, we have EpikWinz with a 110.4. Second place, AERL Ducati. Third place, we have Punjew. Fourth, Echo Alex. Fifth, Jordan. Sixth, NCAF. Seventh, Papoutz. Him and Toby hoping to clinch it out, but the Ferrari and McLaren hoping to stop them. Skelly 8th, Scruffy 9th, Gwenfro 10th, Vince 11th, Dutch 12th, Benzo 13th, Pete 14th, Omarmo 15th, Toby 16th, Normbash 17th, and DrunkinShamrock not setting a lap, coming in 18th.
Not sure what his... I know he invalidated the first couple sets, but he was looking on his last lap like he was gonna go out and start a lap, and then he just gave NCAF a tow down the backstretch, and then he just pulled into the pits. So I don't know.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know yeah, I don't know what his plan was, but maybe he's just hoping for a bunch of carnage early safety cars, and
Very
just
possible indeed.
keep it clean. Because I mean, it's happened before. I mean, I did it 2 seasons ago, I believe, in Tier 2 when I was racing up. I just didn't have any penalties, and then there was a late safety car, and then you can gain a bunch of positions late if you do not have any time penalties, and there is a late safety car. So
Yeah.
you don't necessarily like to see those, but if that does happen and you're keeping it clean, you can make up quite a few positions.
Very much so. We are waiting on the racers to rev their engines as we are off now. Coming down into turn 1. Ducati getting away very nicely in front of
Oh no!
Jordan DNFing.
Just as we were talking good about him, it looked like he got
Oh
in a little
no.
too deep. He got in a little too deep, hit Echo Alex in the rear, and got him a little sideways, and then just caused a accordion effect. And I don't know who was behind Jordan there, but he unfortunately got pushed forward and slammed into the side of Echo Alex there. So I don't know if Alex has any damage, but
That's very unfortunate.
It does look like Alex is missing a wing plate, so that is unfortunate for Jordan.
Well, that just saves Jordan the time from racing an F122.
On to the next one.
On to new beginnings.
But, well, if Pogs and I didn't completely blow Tier 4, that would have been very good for the total overall constructors, because we were trying to chase down Mercedes today, and that being a Mercedes out very early definitely helps. But
Oh yeah.
But Pogs and I got a whole whopping 3 points from the last race, so I don't think we're helping it out. But that was a quick safety car. I don't know if we have any major winners. Looks like Tolby is up 6. other than that, everyone seems to be up 3 or 4, or maybe 2. Gwenfro, the biggest loser, but he went into the pit, so I'm feeling like Gwenfro was maybe the guy that tapped Jordan from behind and had
Very possible.
had the damage. But Alex still has no wing plate, and he is staying out, so maybe just missing the wing plate, he doesn't think it's too big of a deal. But with the safety car, I would have. I mean, hey, it's a safety car. Yeah, you end up going to the back of the field, but I mean, it's early, right?
Yes,
I'd rather have a full wing for, 15 laps than, maybe there not be another safety car and have to be stuck with this for, a while here.
Yeah, right?
I
Safety car simulator.
That's it. But, yeah, so Ducati and Epic swap places. Punjew up to 3rd. And there's Papoutz right there in P4. So there are your 3 leading championship protagonists.
If I was
Second, third,
Ferrari
and
here,
fourth.
if I was Ducati, I would have let Epic go in front of me on the start, but Ducati had such a great start off the line. He just blew away.
Yeah, I think
But
I think that was probably, I would assume that was probably the plan, and to prioritize Epic, but I think Ducati just got such a good launch that he just really didn't have an opportunity. But I would expect to see those 2 guys both on mediums try and pull away a little bit here and use each other as, for DRS. And then I would see, like, I would expect Epic to get allowed by Ducati, and then Ducati would probably slow up and try and hold up Punjew and the rest of the field a little bit there. What I would expect to see.
I would as well. But with the 2 Ferraris being on mediums, Punjew being on hards, along with Papoutz, Scruffy right behind him, along with Echo Alex, both on the mediums, are going to be putting pressure pretty quick behind him. Skelly hoping to be that. They're going to be hoping Skelly's going to be that buffer to hold the rest of the field back.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Scruffy is pretty quick here too, so I'm expecting him to put the pressure on the 2 hard guys in front. But with Punjew and Papoutz, I feel like they're just gonna be trying to stay in touch with the medium runners if they can. Stay in the DRS range. Try not to lose too much time, and they'll have the advantage later in the race on the mediums. So. We will see.
Ducati going extremely early, getting a big jump on his teammate along with the rest of the field. Diving into turn 1, going to go on board with Papoutz here. Nothing too much exciting happens. Going to jump on back out.
The spin! Oh, who was that? That was Skelly. Looked like Skelly tried to dive in on...
Ooh.
He tried to dive in on Scruffy, and it looked like Scruffy kind of... I don't know... There was definitely contact, but I don't know who was at fault there.
That's going to release Scruffy and Echo Alex, but Echo Alex getting a penalty already.
Yeah, but don't forget, Echo has that. He has that front wing damage, so I feel like those medium tires, I know he's got them. He probably didn't want to come in, but I don't know. I felt like maybe you just throw on the hards and see where it takes you, because I feel like that wing is going to really hinder him here.
Yes, it probably is. He could have been under a safety car, threw on a set of hards, waited for a late safety car.
And then either a late safety car, because I mean, I don't want to say we're going to have another one, but I mean...
Here goes the switch from the 2 Ferraris. The switch has happened. Ducati letting EpikWinz by.
Yep. There they go, as we expected. Now I would expect...
Ducati to defend like Perez.
Yep.
Defend like a champion.
Yep, there he is. He's gonna try and
hold it. Ooh, gets a little bump.
A little bit too, backing him up a little too much.
Punjew spinning out of the corner a little bit, letting Ducati right back by, as we do have somebody Ooh, Skelly coming out of the wall of
Nope.
champions, claiming another victim. Brings out a safety car.
I thought he had retired because from my angle, from my mini map, it looked like he was retired in the pits. But yeah, he just looks like he just unfortunately got a little bit out of sorts out of the way. It's so easy to do there if you get on the throttle too early and your rear tire is on that outside rumble strip. You're just going around. I mean, if your wheel is turned at all, you are going around.
Yeah, literally.
I know in the new game it's supposed to be a little better.
Oh,
But
immensely better. When I tell you, so as Jarno Otmir was describing his experience with it, on the race starts with no traction control. On F122, you can only put in about 20%. On F123, you can put out about 50%.
that's crazy, absolutely crazy.
And by the time you're in third gear, you can be at 100%.
That's like I said, I haven't really done much,
Tips and
research
tricks
on
with
it
Gibbs.
because I just wanted to, I wanted to kind of be surprised. So it's like we got a bunch of guys coming into the pit. Those are probably all the guys that Pete retires in the pit.
Saw that coming from a mile away, considering how he gave up the championship in Tier 4, unfortunately.
Yeah, that wasn't not ideal.
Not ideal at
I feel
all.
like I probably would have had it today anyway, but
You know, if he put
either
it into
way.
practice, maybe got a couple tenths faster, got a little more consistent around Canada, he could have done something, but on to the next game with him and Skelly and Jordan.
Yep. Unless Jordan's racing Tier 2. He may be racing Tier 2. I know Mark was very light on bodies today. Or this, so we'll see.
A lot of double racing from them.
Yep, definitely a lot of that. Echo Alex still staying out. I mean, these safety cars are definitely helping him out here with that wing. Because they're helping these mediums go longer, and he's not having to defend with that half a wing he's got.
DrunkinShamrock and Toby are both up 7 positions.
Yep, both of them are like you said. I mean, maybe that was DrunkinShamrock's thought all along. It was just there's going to be carnage, so he was just waiting to see what the carnage was going to be, and just stay back a little bit until he gets himself. Now he's almost into the points, and now maybe he starts pushing a little, tries to make some overtakes, and shows his pace.
Yeah.
But these all of these safety cars are really helping out the medium runners here, because it's allowing them to go a little longer and keep these mediums pretty fresh. But does that mean that the hard runners can push their hards even further? Take softs here. I know softs here are not ideal, but
Possible.
I mean,
with it being cloudy out and being a little bit less temperature,
Yeah.
they're gonna probably degrade a little bit slower, but you're gonna feel the wear more abruptly when it gets there.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall off the
I
cliff.
think 7 to 8 laps on the softs will probably be maximum for not for health, but for making them actually feel like actually decent. I think if you go any longer than that, they're just gonna be pretty awful. So we will see. Maybe some of those hard runners can push those tires. If they push them 20 more laps. I mean we've had what, a half of a lap of racing so far.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, we've had a couple laps.
Oh yeah, we had a couple early laps. Oh no, not early laps, because we had an immediate safety car. It was in between. We had like a couple hard racing laps, and then we had the edge run into the wall there.
Getting a great start. Ducati pushing back. Punjew letting Papa out. Oh, Papoutz deciding to back out pretty early, letting Punjew keep third place. Scruffy on those mediums, man.
Yep. And Ducati already backing off a little bit, backing up Punjew. Punjew got a little squirrely out of that downhill chicane, and he lost a couple tenths. But we got Epic out there. Papoutz right on Punjew's tail here. Those two running the same strategy. Well,
Everybody in the field literally nut to butt right now.
they are. Well, I think they all of them left. Still want to get some racing in here. It's been, you know, like I said, it's been a bunch of safety car laps, so it's pretty tough to get into a rhythm when you're, you know.
That is very true.
You get a lap or two, and then you know, stop and back to another safety car, and over, you know, and just over and over and over again. So these guys probably looking to get at least, you know, 5, 6, 7 laps in here of just good laps, get themselves into a little bit of a rhythm. As you can see, the 2 Ferraris are pulled away from Punjew, already out of DRS range, so that is really good for them on the mediums there.
Papoutz still clinging right to the back of Punjew. Gaining some time even, but tapping the wall a little bit.
I know it seems counterintuitive, but if Papoutz and Punjew want any... Oh, we got a yellow in the back. That looks like...
The Hasek Gwenfro
around. But it seems counterproductive immediately because they're battling each other in the championship. But if they want any chance at EpikWinz, Punjew and Papoutz are going to have to work together here for the next few laps because they're both on the same strategy, and then they can close in and make it a 3-horse race late. But if they start battling each other too early here, those 2 Ferraris are just going to pull miles away, I feel.
We're starting to see a couple or 2 groups form. Got the front pack, and then first through 8th, or no, first through 7th, and then 8th through 15th. No, 8th through 14th, I should say. Gwenfro is about 7 seconds behind. Gonna jump down to Chosen Tolby. He's right in the thick of it with Benzo Slice right behind him, putting on pressure. All these cars looking to be in a DRS train. The Benzo is right on the back of Tolby, getting in his mirrors. Benzo getting a better exit than Tolby did. But Tolby running that little bit lower downforce. We go back up to the 2 leading Ferraris, 6 tenths away from each other. Punjew leading just about a second, 1.3 seconds behind, with Papoutz still right behind him with a scruffy on the mediums behind Papoutz. I don't know why I call him Papoutz. I just don't like Papoutz.
Hey, Papoutz, who knows? He can. We're as commentators, whatever we call you, that becomes your name now.
Yep, he is Papoutz now.
That's it. You're Papoutz. That's it. There is no. It doesn't matter. You know. I mean, that's Hokage Roldy was Who Cage for how long?
A long time. Who Cage?
A long time. That's it.
What
Who
else
Cage?
was there?
So many different.
Oh my
names.
gosh, it was hilarious that night.
That's it. You know, unfortunately, you're at the mercy of the commentators. So we got Echo Alex and NCAF battling down the straight. Both have DRS.
Side by
NCAF
side.
a little bit ahead. Yeah, I think Alex let him by because, like I said, he does have that wing damage still. So I think he just, I think he recognized that and just kind of let it go. We were getting a bunch of people. We were like 4 wide battles back here in the back. Ooh, Shamrock gets a little loose. Oh, and there goes Tolby. someone is around.
Oh no.
Didn't look like he got hit there. It looked like he just unfortunately spun himself. He's probably not going to be too happy about that.
Not at all.
We've got Ducati is right up behind Epic now, in 2/10.
These two Ferraris trying to push each other, but now that we're about 12 laps in, these medium tires are going to be feeling kind of iffy. As you can tell, Punjew is starting to gain 10th here, 10th there, half a 10th here, half a 10th there.
Yep. Even though you can see Punjew's light blinking, so he is definitely burning to try and catch up here and stay within.
Papoutz within half a 10th now. He was almost a second behind Punjew before he started blinking. Punjew's going to want to harvest as much ERS within these next 2 laps as he can to try and push as soon as these two Ferraris get into the pits.
You can definitely see, and I feel like at this point, Ducati is probably faster than Epic. But I think, obviously, that's not the point here. The point is to get Epic the win, so Ducati is staying back. If I were Ducati, I would have probably even backed up a little more, because now you are dragging him right into the fight. Punjew, because Punjew is he gonna have it?
He might have
He's
gotten
close. I don't know if he got it or not.
DrunkinShamrock retires. Brings out a safety car.
Spun it. He spun it.
We should be seeing some of the medium runners dive into the pits here. We gotta watch Ducati going out on another lap. That might hurt him here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's going to separate the two Ferraris for them, so that strategy kind of
Epic with a very, very good stop. Punjew rolling out on those medium tires, looking to take them to the end, probably. Asking these to go 22. Glenfrey with a drive-through, speeding on her safety car. But yeah, Punjew's going to be looking to take these tires.
It's going to
21
be
laps.
That is a long run. Very, very long run. I think
Epic was able to get back into third, coming out of the pits.
Somehow he. Look at that. I mean, they came in about a second and a half apart in the pits, and that was 3 drivers in between both of them. That's how close it was. Wow. And now Epic definitely has the tires to go to the end.
Yep.
Like we said, we know it's a dry race from here on out, so Epic just needs to run those all the way to the end. Punjew's gonna definitely be hoping for a safety car now.
If Epic was smart, and he were to see Punjew were to pit again, I personally, if I was in Epic's shoes, I would pit as well and jump onto the medium tires.
I think you are doing, because I mean, this race really now with DrunkinShamrock retired, right? I mean, that's one other variable out, so he obviously can no longer win the championship.
It's just
now
a
you're only worried
race.
about Punjew and Papoutz, and those are your two, those are your two main rivals, and obviously Punjew is the closest. So, if, like you said, if Punjew pits and goes on for another set of mediums, and you're ahead, like you said, you have to cover him off. You have to at least, try.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to run yourself out, and then it's late in the race. You're on 21 lap old hards. They're not feeling too great, and you get up on a curb and you spin, because they're a little more worn than you want them to be. So it's a tough call, but looks like Ducati is just staying out there for.
He's gonna be taking these tires long.
I think this may be the new Ferrari strategy here.
Hold up the entire field on these old mediums.
I think because NCAF doesn't matter to them, right? NCAF can go on and win the race. It doesn't matter for the Ferrari guys. So if NCAF, passes Ducati and pulls away and goes and takes the lead, and then Ducati just falls back and lets Epic pass him, NCAF and Epic can just go drive away. But if Ducati backs up the rest of the field, 5, 6, 7 seconds, that really hurts Punjew and Papoutz in the battle for the win here.
Yeah, it does. Not only that, we still have the Constructors' Championship to worry about today in this tier.
That's true. And
we have
Ferrari up here.
We have Red Bull in first with 145, but we do have green flags. Ferrari with 139, McLaren with 134.
When Papoutz gets a 3-second time penalty on the restart, that's gonna hurt.
Yes, it is. Epic having those cold new hards.
Looks like, yeah, I don't know. That was a bunch of people. Dutch Raven was around. Gwenfro has a drive-through. Tolby is up to 12. Papoutz is up to 7th now, right behind Punjew, but he does have those 3 seconds, so now that is gonna hurt.
5-second penalty for Normbash for collision with Armano. Omarmo.
Ermano is absolutely his new name.
Armano.
Armano, brother, that's it.
Armano.
That's it. Omarmo, you're now Ermano. That's it. We're coming up with new names today in Tier 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kayla, you're just lucky. Pogs and I did freaking A+ strategies that would have worked in any other situation except today. So
let's
Merc
give a
is
quick
probably
talk
going to
about NCAF real quick. He is on those. Oh, as we do have a crash on the Wall of Champions, claiming another
Looks
victim.
like it was Benzo. I don't think he is out though. I think it was just a spin.
He's moving again. Good to see. Good to see. But let's talk about NCAF real quick. He's on those original hard tires, and he is in the middle of the Ferraris, keeping pace with them.
Yep. I mean, NCAF this season, not just because he's my driver, but he has had a ton of bad luck this year. And I mean, they're just
safety car.
And I believe, is that Benzo? Oh, Benzo spun it again after, and his front wing is scattered across the track. So now I would expect to see NCAF come in, throw on mediums. Ducati will come in, throw on hards. And then we're back to Epic in first, Punjew in second, Papoutz will be in fourth with a 3-second time penalty. But as you could see, Ducati, Ducati gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. NCAF stays out. I don't know why, but he did. Maybe he thinks there's going to be another safety car. I don't know how many safety cars we can possibly
He might be
have
taking
more.
these to softs.
Yeah, you're right. He could. We've had what? This is our safety car?
Fourth safety car?
So he's only had maybe 8 or 9 laps of actual racing on these tires. So who knows? Maybe he's banking on another safety car that we're gonna get.
Yeah.
And if he gets if we get another safety car here, that's gonna be. I did say in the Alfa Romeo principle we need wins. So that was mine and Pog's strategy. That's everyone's strategy today. Is if we were gonna catch Merc, we needed wins. But yeah, so we'll see how that turns out for him. What do we have for tires? So we have Vince and NCAF, both on the original hards here. So it looks like those two are definitely going to be trying to take those all the way to softs.
Yes, they are.
And then we have Epic on 4-lap old hards, Punjew on 4-lap old mediums, Papoutz on 4-lap old mediums. So this safety car really helps Papoutz and Punjew here.
Vince and NCAF are still on 17-lap old mediums. Or not mediums, hards.
Yes. Yep. So I would assume we're gonna see I would say probably almost 10 more laps, right? I mean, like we've said, they've only had 9 laps of actual racing on them, so they can't be super worn, you know?
I'm thinking they're sitting around like 20 to 30% at this point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 20, 25%, you know? So you go 10 more laps, get you to around 50.
Yeah.
Throw on the softs, and who knows, maybe, you know, like you said, maybe you get lucky and you get a late safety car. Because I feel even if you get a safety car like lap 24, 25, you got to come in and throw on the softs, right? Because it's going to take a couple laps for everyone to get caught back up. So
Yeah.
you're gonna end up with a couple laps of safety car softs. So, but we will see. What do we got for penalties here? I believe it's all 3 seconds except for the speeding in the pit lane by Ducati, who is now all the way down to 9th after that. So we'll see him. Sure, we'll see him make his way up through the field here pretty quickly. Safety car is coming in this lap.
Very nice to see.
See what kind of restart NCAF gets here on these ancient hards compared to pretty much everyone else except Vince. This is one of the weirder tracks to restart on, I feel, because you have this giant long straight and then a turn. And everyone, you know,
Going extremely early. NCAF is. Epic trying to hold on to that gap. Punjew right behind him as well.
Spins. Ducati with a 3-second time penalty. That's a tough one. I mean, I feel like, yeah, you're going kind of slow. Last chicane, so you just kind of, you know.
Punjew on these medium tires coming for blood.
We got some contact in the back. Looks like Vince, unfortunately, with the tires, just didn't hold together for him. He's spun. These 2 championship protagonists are all over NCAF right now. He is just trying to. Oh, and Papoutz says, and here we are, and it's a 3-horse battle as NCAF looks like he is going to bow out of this. I'll let everyone go by.
Ooh. As we have the 3 championship protagonists, first, second, and third. Papoutz with 8 seconds of penalties, unfortunately, though. But anything can happen at this point with still 15 laps to go.
Yep, so we've got, yep. I mean, I don't know. Let me see if I can check. I'll check the race director and see what we got for...
Punjew going for the move, down the long straight, deploying all the ERS that he has. Gets the move done before the corner. Hoping to pull away with these medium tires now. But will it be enough?
Papoutz has a run on Epic. He's going to try and go the long way. Trying to stay off of each other. He forces him to the outside, and it looks like Papoutz got through as well.
Epic
So
going from first, third.
These mediums are looking good right now, but they're going to have to pull away because we still have, what is this? We still have 15 laps left here, so those mediums are definitely going to be screaming towards the end of this race.
Punjew
is the safety car laps that we've had.
Yeah, Punjew is going to be feeling a lot of pressure here. Hopefully we could see him get consistent, not use too much ERS to help him defend on the straights. He's going to contain as much as he can. He's won 1 Tier 2 championship already in MRL. He's trying to make it his second in Tier 3. But if he can just hold his composure all the way to the end and just put consistent laps in, fight through the wear of the mediums near the end of the race, he has more of a decent shot to win it.
Looks like Punjew is on 2 warnings right now. Let's see. Papoutz, let's see. So there's his 3. Alright, so Papoutz has 1 warning on penalty already. And then let's take a peek at Epic if he has any.
As we have DRS now on this lap enabled, as Dutch Raven does spin out on his 4-lap old softs. He is getting going again. EpikWinz able to hold on to that 7/10 gap. Papoutz within 4/10. He might be able to make a move down the straight, but he has not a lot of ERS. Punjew burning all of... Well, he was burning at the beginning of the straight. They keep that gap up. Papoutz just hanging on to all of his ERS at this minute. Hopefully get him down into turn 1. Has to stay close through here.
It is going to be close. Papoutz is going to want to put the pressure on Punjew here, because Punjew is on 2 warnings, so one more is going to get him a 3-second. And right now, Epic does not have any warnings at all, any track limits. So he's just trying to keep it close, keep it clean here, and we could, you know, because like I said, I think late in the race, the last like 3 or 4 laps, these hards are going to be the tire to be on.
Most definitely.
These mediums are just gonna wear out. By then, they're already 9 laps old, and we still have 13 laps to go. So we're looking at 24 lap old mediums. That is going to be a stretch. That is going to be a stretch.
A big stretch. We can tell the hards are starting to be about the same pace as the mediums already. This Epic is just Epic and Echo Alex just holding on to the back of Punjew and Papoutz. Echo Alex is sticking right to the back end of Epic. Is he gonna try and make a move into turn 1, possibly? Make a late dive? Might be a little bit too far back now.
Finally pits. Don't know if he's gonna go to softs or... Oh, he's going to mediums. Calf goes on to the mediums. And he will fall back to P9. But we are here following this top 3 battle. Epic is now, I feel like, now that he's in his little rhythm here, he's staying right with these 2 medium runners in front. These 2 medium guys up front are definitely hoping for a safety car. Because I think at this point, even if there's a safety car, they are in it for the long haul. And they are just trying to make it till the end.
Yes, they are. We might see a pass here from Echo Alex on Epic. Unfortunately, he does not have the ERS to pull it off. Well, Epic has plenty to fend off Echo Alex.
And there's another time penalty for Papoutz. So that's another 3 seconds. So that's a tough one right there. That's gonna make this one really tough for him to pull out. I feel like, because I don't see Punjew making that many mistakes. Maybe he gets 1 more warning and it's 3 seconds, but I don't foresee him getting 4 more.
I do not as well. Sending one forward invite.
I'm looking through the rest of the field here, and we really don't have too many battles going on. Except for
Papoutz is trying to push extremely hard. You can start to see the...
And I think...
Ooh, Echo Alex has spun around.
Yep. Yeah.
He has managed to save it. He's back moving again. But that's going to relieve some stress off Epic.
Yep. So now he doesn't have to worry about defending, and he just can attack.
Papoutz going into the pits.
I think that's him calling it here. It's 11 seconds, and
let's see if Punjew tries to start to push here to keep that gap over a second.
This is the race for the championship now. 10 laps to go. Epic within a second. Is he going to get the DRS? He does not get it. Must have been just outside of a second at the detection zone. Oh, Punjew spins it!
Ooh! Punjew, no! Punjew able to get going. How many positions is he gonna lose? He is all the way down to
Five.
E5. Oh no. I was just pulling up the conditions to see what would happen if Epic were to finish P2, or for Epic to win the championship from P2, Punjew would not have to finish first. But because of Punjew just spinning, Epic all he has to do is just finish in front of Punjew.
Yep. That is it. So
He currently has a 5-second buffer to Scruffy. And the Mercedes. Holby in P3.
Look at that. Omarmo, I mean, we haven't heard much from him all season.
Hermano.
He's having... Hermano, that's right. I forgot. Hermano. Damn. But look at him. Having himself a great race for Williams here. P4. Technically, P3 could be on a podium. You know, 3 seconds.
And he has 4 lap fresher mediums than anybody else. Went for retiring in the pit lane.
Yeah, I think he got disconnected and he already won a race in, a Tier 4 champion. So I think
Tier
he's
4
done
champions,
with F122.
like, yep, he's like, I'm hanging up the
Yeah,
gloves on this
done
game.
with this game. No, that's enough of this game for me. That's for sure. I don't disagree with you there, my friend.
Tolby is closing in onto Scruffy, but Armano is closing in on Tolby.
Is Armano gonna make a move? We've got Punjew behind all of these guys now. Oh, Punjew gets...
Punjew with the tap, losing a front end plate. Spinning out Armano.
That looked like a Punjew right there, unfortunately.
A Punjew. Oh, clip that.
That is not quite what we're looking for there.
A Punjew.
Sorry, Punjew, but that didn't look like it was on you. I'm sure he was a little to spin there. But unfortunately, that ruined, not necessarily ruined Armano's race, but doesn't look like he has any damage. Only lost a couple of spots. You should be able to get back there.
Some spots and some pride.
Yep. But we do have Tolby closing in on Scruffy, but I am questioning both Tolby and Punjew on these 14-lap-old.
I mean, all Tolby has to do here is finish the race, and he has himself a podium in Tier 3.
Yep. He's just got to hope these tires hold on. He's using every ounce of ERS he can to stick with Scruffy here, so he stays in his DRS. But those medium tires are, I'm sure, falling way off here as Punjew pits. Looks like he has, unfortunately, had to pit for his wing damage, so he's going to be hoping for a safety car within the next 2 laps to try and get himself
safety
back
car
into things here.
The safety car only eligible to come out within the next 3 laps.
So he's gonna be looking for, you know, and then I would say if I'm Epic, like you said, with Punjew not even in the realm right now.
Yep.
If there's a safety car, you come in for softs, and you just, whatever position you're in, I'd say, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately, Punjew is now down into 11th behind Ducati again. And I do think Ducati is going to let up that last point position to Punjew.
I believe so. I would say so. We've got, how many penalties does he have? 1 billion at this point? 6 seconds. Ooh. But Papoutz has 11 seconds, so he is not in the battle anymore. The only battles we have left are gonna be, looks like it's gonna be that battle for P3. Tolby is there,
But he's
But
quickly
it's all-
losing some time. He's lost about 2/10 in the last 2 laps.
They're both on 3 seconds, and if Echo can drag Hermano with him here, Hermano could sneak himself into a podium as well. So that looks like it's going to be the battle here.
The battle against the time penalties. Come down below.
Looks like Epic is just going to need to be cool, calm, and collected here. Slowly, you know, hit his marks, don't get any time penalties, and just finish out the race, and he should be crowned the champion today.
Yep, he should be.
And Papoutz right behind NCAF here.
Jumped up.
Pushing him down the
Papa
track a little
out.
bit.
See if he can make a move on track.
His light is blinking, so he is down to 10. NCAF slightly more at about 17%. But I wouldn't expect NCAF to fight too much here. He's just gonna try and make the pass. He's, you know, he's got 11 seconds worth of penalties. There's no
Side by side.
reason.
Ooh, what a move by Papa out.
That was
All
a
the
late,
confidence.
late turn in, but he stuck it in there, and
NCAF backing out, deciding to do the right thing there. Ooh, NCAF getting a little
almost
loose.
lost it. Oof. Almost lost it. Still gets the DRS though. He's got. Looks like that's the lap car of Dutch Raven behind him. I think he is okay. He is just looking to.
Echo Alex.
8 seconds.
Echo Alex has gained about a second or two on Chosen Tolby within the last 2 laps. Now sitting about 2.8 seconds behind Tolby. Tolby sitting
Always
right there.
Oh no! Alex just gets a time penalty.
Oh no.
I watched it happen. Unfortunately for Alex now.
Papa
It's
Outs
6
got
seconds
past
penalties.
Hermano as well. Hermano possibly having a mistake.
Yeah, looks like he may have had an issue there because now he is in the clutches of NCAF as well. NCAF almost getting a little loose there too. But we've got Tolby on those 18-lap-old mediums. He is definitely, he's got the blinking light. Alex has the blinking light. Epic has almost 50% ERS, just kind of floating around out there.
He's just on a Sunday cruise at this point. Just putting in the laps, memeing his way to a championship.
We've got NCAF passing Omarmo into turn 1. They're going side by side. Go around the outside. He gets the move done. That was a nice move by NCAF. Omarmo also not fighting too hard there because... Oh, Omarmo spins it! He does spin it. Don't know if he got
Unfortunately.
contact. Oh, he spins and loses his front wing. Echo Alex now almost in the DRS range of Tolby. I think if Alex catches him, I think Tolby's gonna be, unfortunately, a sitting duck here. Although... Who is that? Is that... He's trying. Tolby is... If Tolby can get into the DRS range of Scruffy here, that
Echo
would
Alex.
definitely help him out a bunch.
Echo Alex is within a second now of Chosen Tolby.
Tolby is definitely pushing to try and get within... He's got to try and get within a second of Scruffy here and have the DRS be able to help him on the straights, because Alex with those hards, 20 laps on hards is really not too bad, but those 20-lap-old mediums for Tolby have got to be absolutely screaming right now.
He is going to be hating his life, if I'm honest with you.
Yes, because I know we've had a couple safety car laps on him, but I think what the suggested strategy is 14, maybe 15 laps on them.
Yeah.
He's looking to go 22 on them, which is
Insane.
6 more than intended, which is too many. Is he gonna get he is not gonna get the detection. Alex is right in his gearbox.
Yep,
Alex
he
gonna
did
try to make a
not
move
get
here.
the DRS, unfortunately.
He takes the inside line.
Colby
Alex on
breaking
the
early.
outside.
Colby just looking to stay close and finish the race.
Yep. He's going to need to stay within 3 seconds here on this last lap. So he's going to need to... Doesn't want to push too hard, but as long as he stays within DRS and all detection zones here, I think he'll be just fine. Marmo gets a time penalty. Oh,
Unfortunate for him.
Alex gains a bunch of time. Gets the DRS off of Scruffy. Colby does not have the DRS. Alex is pushing. This is going to be really tight because he is going to gain a ton of time on that back straight. Alex is Alex! I don't know if he hit Scruffy or what. I don't know what happened. But he backed right off. And Toby is now right up behind Alex, so I think that's gonna do it. Papoutz coming into the picture now.
Colby
Our
coming.
champion.
Oh yeah, our
Epic
champion.
wins.
EpikWinz claiming the Tier 3 championship, memeing his way to victory. Colby and Papoutz, I do believe, secure the Constructors Championship for Red Bull.
I believe so. P3 and P6, those are, I believe so. Those guys are going to take that. And Punjew down in P8. I believe that keeps him P2. I don't think Papoutz will have passed him. So
It's going to be very close. We'll have to see if any steward reports happen or anything like that.
But I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to change the fact that EpikWinz is our Tier 3 champion.
Yes, he is.
Excellent race by Colby today, getting himself a podium.
Yes, it was a excellent race on Toby's part, for sure. Couldn't have been any better. As we run through our final grid of F1 2022, we have your champion, EpikWinz in first, Scruffy second, Colby with 22 laps on those mediums in third, Echo Alex fourth, NCAP fifth, Papoutz sixth, Norbash seventh, Punjew eighth, Ducati ninth, Vince 10th, Amarno 11th, Dutch 12th, Quadfro 13th, Benzo 14th, Shamrock 15th, Pete 16th, Skelly 17th, and Jordan 18th. Unfortunately, we could not do the interviews today because I do have to go to the Tier 2 race.
Exactly. Unfortunately, we will not be able to have Epic here with us, but we would like to congratulate him on a great race.
I'm gonna move
Started pole.
that out of the way now because that calendar is done for.
That's it. We are done. Tier 3 is done with F1 22.
Came down to the final couple laps with just a couple mistakes on Punjew's end. Gave EpikWinz the championship. Very heartfelt fight on everybody's part for this Tier 3 championship. I am grateful to be commentating this last race. What about you, Jim?
That was excellent. I had a blast. I was glad I was able to. I know we're not yellow. We'll never attempt to try and beat him, but we did our damnedest. We had fun today. We had fun today, and I was very glad to be able to bring the race to you guys, and have a little fun on the way and watch that amazing final championship deciding race.
Yes, it was very amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Tier 3 is out.